Hello everyone! Welcome to the review of the brand new Sanshee Springbonnie Plushie. I have this right here. Very excited to get into this. But first, I do want to talk about all of my current fully complete Sanshee plushie collection, just to show them off real quick before we get into the new guy. First up, we have the Foxy Sanshee plushie. This came out in May of 2015. Later that year, I think around Halloween, we got the release of Freddy. And then at Christmas, we got the release of Bonnie. And I believe that when Bonnie came out, this is where Fat Mojo started to distribute Sanshee plushies and make some reprints. And these are all the Fat Mojo versions of these plushies. They sold them in like the little boxes. But yeah, that was our 2015 releases. And then for 2016, around November of that year, we got the reveal of the next three Sanshee FNAF plushies, this being the Chica plush, the Golden Freddy plush, and the Sanshee Fredbear, which this one is unavailable and you cannot get this plushie anymore. This specific version of this plush is retired and will never, ever come back. That's important. But yeah, after these 6 plushies came out, these were widely available for a few years until Sanshee eventually closed its Finest at Freddy's doors for the foreseeable future. And then, randomly back in 2021, they restocked the main 5. Unfortunately, Fredbear never got restocked, but these 5 had been remastered and remade in 2021. But then Sanshee kind of went dark again, and we just only got re-releases of these plushies. And then, in 2023, randomly, we got 2 brand new Sanshee plushies, this being the Glamrock Freddy and Glamrock Chica plushies based off of the plushies shown up in-game, and I absolutely love these things so much. You can see these ones are tagged. Still, I have the tags with these collector cards in them. Very sweet plushies. I love these a lot. But yeah, the Glamrock plushies started coming out. We got Glamrock Freddy and Glamrock Chica, boom. And then, a couple months later, we got, for the holidays, we got Roxy and Monty. These ones aren't quite as good, but I still like them a lot. I think they're pretty cute. But yeah, there's Monty, and there's Roxy. And then in 2024, for the Five Nights at Freddy's anniversary, we finally got a new Sanshee Fredbear plushie, and this definitely had a lot of mixed reception. I definitely understand why people don't like this guy, but I think he's unique, and I think he's very silly. I definitely understand people's gripes with that. I did end up getting this at PAX West, which was pretty cool, since Sanshee typically does like convention booths and stuff where they sell new releases of plushies and stuff. But yeah, we got the new FNAF anniversary versions of Fredbear. Pretty different from the original, but it is cool that there are still new official Fredbear plushies, because these are technically the only official Fredbear plushies of these 3. We also got the possessed Fredbear plushie. Both of these had magnetic accessories, this being the walkie-talkie and this being the microphone with normal Fredbear. It was really cool to get like a FNAF World inspired Fredbear. His eyes are more turquoise compared to Freddy's, which are more blue. Pretty cool collection of plushies. And then randomly, out of nowhere last week, we got the reveal of the Retro Springbonnie Plush, which is a whole new style, whole new thing for Sanshee. Guess they're going for something different, something that's a little bit, sprinkle a little bit of spooky little lore, like, why does this Springbonnie plushie look so different? Wonder if it's tied to some kind of Fredbear origins, possibly. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I absolutely adore Springbonnie, one of my favorite FNAF characters, and I am so excited to tear into this little guy, so we're gonna open the box now. Okay. Here we go. So we got this little sticker. Nobody cares about that. Sorry, Sanshee. Here is the Retro Springbonnie plushie. It's all stuck in its wrapping, but there it is. Oh my god, it's so cute. Alright, here we go. I gotta open this. But yeah, here is the full plushie in all of its glory. And wow, this is so... Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cute. It's so fluffy. Look at its little toes. I like this little character a lot. This makes me very happy. Let me take like the weird tape. I think there's tape to keep the whiskers in place on the sides of its head. Let me take this off real quick. Alright, there we go. While it was shipping, I guess they decided to do that. Here is the plush, and as you can see, it is a very different style in comparison to the other Sanshee plushies. I guess, unfortunately, its ear is a little bent. I think they got a little bent during shipping. Probably have to wait to push that. Yeah, okay, we're getting there. It'll fix itself at some point. But yeah, as you can tell, this plush is made with a much softer fabric, even then compared to the new releases. This plushie is very soft. Its muzzle, like the lighter patches, are made with an even like fluffier, soft fabric, kind of similar to the fabric they use in the Huggy Wuggy plushies. But it actually does seem like it's a little bit more fit to actually, like, fitting to this plush. But yeah, so here is the head. As you can see, it is very cartoony. You can tell that they definitely went for something a little bit more, like, a little, like, yeah, like I said, a little bit more cartoony with this one. The eyes and eyebrow details are all embroidered. The nose is, like, this kind of velvet flush crush material. The teeth has a big embroidered stitch down the line of it, which actually is really nice because normally they just do, like, one thread for this kind of thing, and it ends up falling off or looking bad. But yeah, they actually did bother to embroider the tooth line. It's like a little felt piece for the tooth, embroidered mouth. There are little freckle patches on its face as well. But yeah, you can see it actually has little, like, plastic whiskers. I don't know what you call it, like a plastic, it's like a wire. But yeah, it has little teeny whiskers. Very cute. It does seem like they're very prone to bending. So I would be careful in the instance that you're a little worried about, like, damaging the way this plush looks. But yeah, the whiskers are pretty bendy. They're very cute. The ears have a bent, like, deliberately bent into them, and then are very floppy. Very cute little ears. The body is in this kind of, like, jumping sitting position. The arms are kind of, like, bent up with the embroidered paws, and the vest is made out of kind of like this, like, set costume satin material. It actually does feel like it is a much better material than what was used for the Glamrocks, because I know some people were complaining about these plushies having a bit of peeling issues, which you can kind of see mine. There's little teeny specks of it. I know some people got it way worse than this, but it does seem like they are getting better, like, costume satin. This feels like it's a lot more durable than that, which is very nice. The bow tie feels pretty good. The buttons are straight up plastic on the under the fur on the chest here. And the tail is big and fluffy. The feet are also very large and, like, kind of like the toes are actually, like, 3D. You can see they, like, actually come off the plush rather than just being flat. But yeah, I think this plush is adorable. Here is the tag. As you can see here, this is the 8th plush in the set. Actually, I do want to see something real quick. Whoa! Wait, because that's Fredbear's 10. And Fredbear's 9, so this is number 8. How did this happen? What development hell did this plush go under? Yeah, weirdly enough, it does seem like there was a jump randomly, because obviously the Security Breach set is its own thing with the 4 Glamrocks. The main set weirdly jumps to 8 with Springbonnie, and then 9 is Fredbear, and then Possessed Fredbear is 10. Very weird. I'm very, very strange. I do want to look at the little collector's card real quick, so I'm going to open this up to take a gander at that. Okay, we'll do it. Oh, yeah, there. Alright, here we are with the Springbonnie collector's card. Retro Springbonnie, spring-locked rabbit. Bonnie loves performing and misses all his little friends. Don't worry, though. We have a feeling you'll be seeing him again and again and again. Because, you know, he always comes back. And they love singing in parties, and they hate being forgotten. Cool, cute little plushie. I like this little tidbit. This is fun. But yeah, if you don't know, this is very obviously based off of the, like, 2D Fredbear's Family Diner poster, like, artwork that has been seen in both Security Breach and Secret of the Mimic. So, you know, very interesting little piece of lore. Like, probably, like, one of the early... I'm imagining that this is, like, an in-universe piece of merch. This is, like, one of the very first Springbonnie plushies, or, like, very first fight, like, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza plushies ever made. Alongside our boy, Psychic Friend Fredbear. I don't know why they're so stylistically different, but they at least look cool next to each other. But yeah, pretty neat, pretty dang interesting. You can see the Fredbear and Springbonnie. I don't know if they necessarily go together, but they do look very cute. I would love to see them possibly make a retro Fredbear, sort of in the same style, because I know Fredbear's design for the Fredbear's Family Diner posters is also pretty different. But yeah, if you are looking to get this plushie, unfortunately I believe it's out of stock right now, but I'm sure Sanshee will restock it again. And again, if you do end up having, like, a convention around here where Sanshee's at it, they will probably have it at their booth. They tend to have these kinds of plushies at their booths at conventions, new releases and all. So I'm sure they'll restock it at some point. Pretty dang cool. I like this a lot. If you're a big fan of Springbonnie, or if you're a big fan of Glitch Trap or whatever, I think you would like this plushie a lot. I certainly do. I think it's very cute. She's very smile. So yeah, that brings our Sanshee collection total to 13 plushies. A pretty good pool of characters. Very, very neat. I will say this much. Well, okay, they're not 13 characters. There's 11 characters and 13 plushies because the extra Fredbears. But yeah, very, very cool selection of little characters and plushies. Again, I assume that Springtrap and Plushtrap plushie are coming soon. The Plushtrap pin that got leaked is very stylistically similar to the retro Springbonnie, and I'm sure that Springtrap will be coming alongside it. Again, I don't know what's taking them so long. They must be like stuck in some weird development thing. But yeah, I'm sure we'll eventually find those on Sanshee's website as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you plan on picking this guy up. Please subscribe. And go watch my Secret in the FNAF Plush series if you want to, because I think that's really, really cool. But yeah, Springbonnie attack. I'm gonna kill you. Sucks. Okay, bye everybody.